All right, hey guys, Jason here. It's getting kind of late here. We're actually done hunting because of the fact that I am so far into this WMA and I have to be checked out of here by a certain time, which is actually just a little bit after dark. So we have to call it quits here. If I shoot a hog now, we'd be in real trouble as far as trying to get out of here in time. So I'm technically done hunting. Thought I'd take a minute and make this video and teach you guys some things for traditional bow hunting, some little tips that are going to help you out with some things here for you. First of all, notice that I carry my Judo right side up in my quiver. See that Judo tip in there? Rather than a lot of people who will carry their Judos upside down like this and stick their Judo in there that way, and that way the nock will go in, and that's a great way to carry it. However, you notice that I carry my tab on my Judo arrow. If I leave it like this, my Judo gets tangled up in my feathers like this and causes all kinds of problems on my feathers, starts ripping them and knocking them around and stuff like that. So that's a bad thing for that. So the two tips for this one: if you're carrying a Judo, put your tab on it, stick it right in there, and then that way when you're set, you're good, and your tab is always with your bow. It's not lost. It's always right here for me. Always have it available. Even if I don't even put it on my finger right away when I'm out there hunting or I'm walking into something, it is as quick and easy as to pop that, slide it off like that, dump it onto my finger, and then grab my arrow and be ready to hunt. So that's it right there for a tab. Sweet, simple, and easy. Yes, my tab. Look at how wore out this is. It's 2 years old, and even there I've been twisting that up to keep it for the right length for loop. But again, simple, functional, it works really good, but that's how I carry it, is on there. Now for your arrows, another thing for your arrows. I see a lot of people load arrows like this, especially you 2-knock guys, and there's nothing wrong with 2 knocks. I use 1. Why do I use 1? Because I can take my arrow while I'm watching an animal and I can do this and put it on there. I never had to look. It's nocked perfectly, indexed perfectly, and I never had to think about it. Again, I can see something, pull it out, grab it like this, take this thing, spin it around a million times, whatever I want to do, and it always comes right back, and there it is. Always perfect. Why? 2 things. 1, I don't use 2 knocks. People are like, well, then it could slide down the shaft like this when you draw. It cannot. My middle finger holds that position and does not let it slide. My middle finger locks that arrow into that position, so it cannot come down. So for me, that's just completely fine there. But even if you're a 2-knock guy, that's okay. But I see a lot of 2-knock guys have to load their arrow. They take an arrow out and they have to do this. Okay, and they're doing this, and then they put it on and they go like this. Or they take it, they'll take their arrow out and they'll take their bow hand and they'll grab it like this, and they'll do this, and they'll line it up and look at it and stick it on there and then put it on and then get ready to shoot. Whatever works for you is fine. A couple of tips for you. First of all, especially if you're shooting all one color fletching like this, use an indexing nock. This is an indexing nock. Watch when I turn it. You're going to see right there on the top side, there's a little indexer right here. That little ridge right there. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a glove or a tab, you can feel that little ridge right there that you see. You can feel that with your thumb. So as I take an arrow, spin it around a bunch of times, doesn't matter. When I take that arrow and I set it on here like this, I give that a twirl, bam, I can feel that with my thumb. My thumb is on that indexer, and I come right on and knock the arrow, and I'm good to go. So that works. If you are a visual knocker because you have 2 knocks and you have to visually look where you're putting it in there, take a Sharpie marker and put a little mark right on the end of your arrow, right here on the indexing cock feather, so that you know where it is. So that way you can just quickly look and line up like this and get your arrow on, and you're going to be set. It's going to save you tremendous time when you're hunting, rather than trying to go, oh, which way, which way, which way, which way. Oh, where's that indexer? It's getting low light. I can't see. No, and then having to do all that stuff. If you're not using an index nock by feel, where you feel it with your thumb, which you can do with a glove on, my fingers are doing nothing. My thumb feels that as I turn it. There it is. Put it on and knock it. So that's a tip for you there. Brace height tip for you, okay? When you're using your brace height, okay, which is your distance from here to here, you can do a couple of things. Now I do too. And you can see that some of my arrows have this extra ring, some do not. I used to do this. Like on this arrow, you can see that my center ring lines up with the center of my bow riser. Okay, that's how I would use that as an index mark. That's why they were set there for a brace height checker. That way I knew as long as that middle ring, which is wore off, was in the center of my bow, my brace height was good. If it was here, my brace height is too high. If it was over here, my brace height is too low. That was an indexing point for me. Since I do not shoot the same, I don't do that all the time. Some of these might still, like this one I think still lines up. Let me check and see. This one here does not. But so like I said, since I don't do that anymore, I have another way that I check my brace height now that I use just because because of shooting different arrows as much as I do. Actually, I should remember to put that in. That's another idea too. Whatever arrow you grab the most, remember if it's feather up or feather down or how it is so that it fits in there right. So when you grab that one, that initial arrow, it does not make a sound on you. And I always grab this arrow first. I don't take this one and then go to this one. I grab this arrow first. Why? Because this arrow here, by getting that one out of the way, there's no chance of me bending, hear that, or flexing feathers. As I go to grab one, there's none of this happening. If I take this one and I shoot it and I miss, as I go to grab this one, I could be making noise with other feathers as I go to pull that out of there, okay, because they move. By taking this one first, which is high, as you see, taking this one out first, if I need it's quiet coming out. If I need a second one, this one has no noise there whatsoever as I grab this one. Then when I go to this one, same thing. So I always grab this arrow first, which is the second arrow in. This is the first arrow I grab, knock it, use it. If I need another one, then I grab this one, which pulls towards me. So kind of a thing to set up on there. But for my brace height, my adjustment of my brace height, I actually use my knife. I carry this knife with me every single time I'm out in the woods. Hang on, there we go. But I take this knife with me, this Bradford knife, and mine is set so that if that knife fits in there, just like that, between there, that is a 6 7/8 knife, and that gives me, or 6 3/4 inch knife, whatever it is, but that gives me basically, as long as that fits in there right there without any excessive gap in there, then my brace height is set where I want it to be, and that's what I go by. And if it's an 1/8 inch either way, I don't care. I really don't. It doesn't matter. When my brace height starts to get too low, I will know it because I'll start hitting my arm. It'll start hitting here. When it's too high, I'll feel it in the draw. I can feel it. It gets harder to pull, and it's like, ugh, what is going on? It feels like it gained 2 pounds. I'll know it. So I can tell just by feel if my brace height is high or low. Now, I also shoot a Dacron string, which means my brace height will fluctuate more with temperature than what yours is going to with a fast light. So that's why I pay attention to it more, but it's just a quick, simple check. I pull my knife out, there it is right there. How we doing? Okay, we're good. And it's that simple. And again, I can get away with a little bit of variation in there, but a simple little trick for you as far as setting that kind of thing up. So, couple little tips, hopefully something that's going to just make life a little bit easier for you as far as how you're going to set it up and what you're going to do with it. Also, when you set up your quiver, and you're going to set up your quiver foam, before you do it, take all of your arrows and put them in there before you poke them in and line them up and make sure that not only are your blades going to clear, many quivers stay. Notice this one is bigger, wider here, and it tapers in this way. Okay, a lot of quivers do these kind of things, or they taper back, or they got a bar that comes in the back, or whatever the case is, or a Great Northern will flex as you load them in. Make sure that when you put these in, that you're not too close to the edges where you're going to get a poke and you're going to get a broadhead that's going to come in and touch right up here in the front. Make sure that you're not going to have a broadhead that's going to be too close to this bar where it's going to hit. Make sure that your arrows clear completely everywhere that you're doing in it and how you're setting it up. So a couple little tips for you, kind of helps dial things in, get you sorted, and we're running out of light, so we're going to get ready to roll on out of here today and call it a day. It's been a good day. We got into a group of 7 hogs, but we got into really, really thick stuff, and they got ahead of me, and I just couldn't hear them or keep up with them anymore. But fantastic day. We'll be back out at it again probably tomorrow. We've got quite a few hogs down this year. All that stuff is in my Patreon channel. It's been going phenomenal. It's been an incredible year so far. I got 0 complaints. A lot of animals in the freezer, so real happy. So thanks for watching. Questions, comments, put them below. Thanks.